sense of taking in fresh air, the body expanding. As you breathe out, sense of both the body and the mind softening. One more time.
Good morning. Hi. Real quick, because we're going to run out in a second. This week, goals. I'm going to try to significantly reduce my time on social media. I've been just consuming old media, I guess, like watching early 2000s rom-coms and things like that. And I know it's romanticized, but I do have fond memories of growing up without a phone. And I just kind of want to get back into that a little bit. I feel like I'm losing a lot of time to scrolling, and I mentioned it in a previous video. I'm gonna reclaim my mornings, reclaim my moments of boredom. I want to be able to wait for a bus and just wait for the bus, not have to be looking at other things, you know? So that's the plan. And speaking of buses, I need to catch one very soon. We're gonna head out to see Alex this morning. Yeah, trying to do things that are just more tangible, you know? Like, right? Let's head out. I have a couple errands to run, some things I want to pick up. Unfortunately, the spring air quality is here, so we will not be spending too much time outside. But just welcome and happy to have you here. So let's go. Back home. Wow, it is hot outside. Let me put my jacket on. I just needed some color in the house. I was talking to Alex about how I appreciate the change in temperature, but now I need things to start turning green. So I got some tulips from Muji. Gonna put them in water right now. Welcome back home. It is Tuesday, March 11th. Today, it's 3 p.m. if you need an update. It's 14 degrees out. That makes me feel simultaneously not great, a little sweaty, but also very excited for spring to be coming. So I can feel myself naturally gravitating towards this, but I'm going to be intentional about it. We're going to be spring cleaning my home, spring cleaning my mind. I always start to feel more optimistic at the beginning of spring. I feel more hopeful. I feel more excited about life. And we are happy to announce we're entering that stage. But as you know, mental health takes some work. I can't rely on the weather to contribute to my good mood. One thing I've been taking really seriously this year is my use of Headspace, the sponsor of this video. I've talked about using them before, but Headspace is a really wonderful resource for meditation, breathing exercises, soundscapes, and help with sleep, etc. As you saw this morning, I've been using their kind of wake up routine on the app. They typically give you kind of a menu, an outlook of what your day could be. They give you a quick morning meditation you could start with, maybe something in the afternoon, various breathing exercises throughout the day, and then something to kind of cool down, a good nighttime meditation, which I find really helps because their library is vast. So I've been doing a morning meditation. Usually it's around just 6 minutes. It covers a different topic. I've been using ones related to stress, also about control and giving up of control and being a little bit more spontaneous and just letting things happen. And so you kind of start the day with something to think about for the rest of your day, and then you are eased into this really nice guided meditation. And I've got to say, it's exactly the right amount of time to let my coffee cool off to a drinkable temperature. So I usually make a cup of coffee, meditate, and I'm ready to go for the day. Like I said, they also have breathing exercises you can use throughout the day. I actually use it a lot on public transportation, and every single night, the reason why my average minutes meditated looks so high is because every night Kurt and I use their soundscapes to fall asleep to. Olympic Rain, superior. So whether you're trying to deal with something specific such as stress or anger or grief, or if you are just trying to kind of find a quiet moment in a very busy life, I highly recommend Headspace. I actually have a link and a QR code for you, and you can get 60 days free of Headspace using those. And if you're a beginner, they have kind of courses to teach you how to meditate. It's just a really great resource. Truly, Headspace, thank you so much. So that's kind of what I'm doing to mentally spring clean. I have been using Headspace and I've been getting off of my phone more often. But now for the actual physical spring cleaning. I have some clothes I'm going to donate, a lot of recycling I should have taken out yesterday, and we're thinking of actually rearranging the living room a little bit, so I'm going to catch you up on those plans. But first, I need to get this trash out of my house because I'm losing my mind looking at it, and that's part of my mental clutter, is the physical clutter. So I'm going to do that, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm going back to Pilates tonight after having not gone for about a year. I have no muscles left. I have no flexibility anymore. I'm very scared, and it's a group class. So, we'll see. So, thank you again to Headspace. All that information will be down below. And let's clean this house. I couldn't film because our trash man was there, even though he's so nice. I just didn't want to, but recycling that. Back to the real business though. Oh my goodness, a little book haul for you. So I'm still working. When I was in Osaka, I picked up this James Baldwin, Another Country. I'm savoring it. I'm working through it slowly, kind of each morning. So that's what I'm currently reading. All right, so, okay. I was laughing at myself when I picked this up. This is The Count of Monte Cristo. There are a few people on BookTube that are kind of book clubbing it. I've just seen a lot of people reading it recently, and it's kind of inspired me to be less intimidated. This was also only $5 for this many words. I think it's like 1,200 pages, which I read. Like if I think of this as like a trilogy, 3 short little books, you know? I feel significantly less intimidated by this book, and what I've heard from it, clips I've seen from films, scenes that I have read, seem like a good time. A stressful time, drama. So I feel like this might be a kind of summer book. I'm not gonna read this right now. I just bought this today because I was thinking about it. But yeah, I just feel quite silly walking around with a tome like this. What I went to the bookstore for was We Do Not Part. This is Hangang's new book. And they have the pretty hardcover version. I don't really like the new editions of her books, so I'm very happy that they had this one. Really excited to read it. As you know, I love Hangang, so But today, what are we doing? What am I doing? Before I go to Pilates, I'm going to lock down. I'm going to make myself a snack, and I'm going to be reading Bloodmarked. All right, you guys know I'm a fantasy girl. What was it? In 2020? When did this even begin? Basically, a new series came out called Legendborn. It's a fantasy that involves demon hunting. So think along the lines of like if you knew Shadowhunters when you grew up, don't be shy. Take that plus King Arthur plus like dealing with America's very dark past. We're calling back to plantations, slavery, dealing with that in modern day, the repercussions of it. It's just so good, and Tracy's writing is incredible. So the third book of this series just came out, and my memory is a sieve. I read, promptly forget. So I'm doing a reread of the series, and I need to finish the second book. I've already finished the first book. I need to read the second book in order to start the third one. So I am going to lock in and read this. There's not too much time left in the day, actually. If you're looking for a new fantasy series to fall in love with, Legendborn. All right, in I go. Okay, off to Pilates. It's a group class, so I'm not going to film today. It's also my first class, so I'm not going to film anything. If I enjoy it, I will let you know. And you can message me down below because it's an English group class, which is pretty exciting. So wish me luck. Over the ocean, satellite said that you would. Can you save a ship from us? Why did I start talking after putting candy in my mouth? Very, very cute class. The teacher was intense in a great way. I have been stretched like I've never been stretched before. I'm gonna be so sore tomorrow. The girls in the class were so nice. We're all readers. We're gonna swap books. It's great. Yeah. I'm gonna find my way home, and wow, see you guys tomorrow. Tell me these words misunderstood. I'm taking a big risk with this guy because this gives me the strangest dreams. Oh, whatever is in this stinging nettle, maybe. Crazy. Oh, 132 questions make their way down South Main every night. Small town bars and highway connect. Okay, what a crazy morning. So yesterday I didn't film too much because I went to Cecil's house and I got to meet Noah, and he is the cutest baby. Huge. Like the biggest baby. My arm was already sore from Pilates, and then I carried him and I was just like, no, this left arm, not going to be using it today. Let's just say that. But in terms of today being crazy, this morning at 6 a.m., I posted our Ireland trip and it sold out in like an hour and a half. I don't really know what's going on. I'm not able to see it actually happening. I'm just getting updates from the team. Yeah, that's wild. We're going to Ireland. I'm so excited. But also, along with me not being on my phone, which was a success yesterday because I was just like, my phone wasn't even near me. I was just like, baby. But today, along with just not being on my phone quite as much, I'm trying to be a little bit more spontaneous and saying yes to things. And so Alex just texted me. Did I not eat a cinnamon roll with her like 2 days ago? She just texted me and was like, hi, I'm going to a cinnamon roll place. Do you want to come? So I'm gonna head over. I might go to the museum. I'm kind of just trying to go without a plan and wander. And yes, it's also gonna be hot today. So let's head out. I don't even wanna check the air quality, but to Cinnamon Rolls we go. Actually an outfit change because it's hot but not that hot. So we're still wearing a jacket, unfortunately. Let's go. Did I get off at the wrong subway station? We made a big mistake. We're coming here on the day that Yoon Suk-yeol might be impeached. So being near Gwanghwamun is like a choice because that's where all the protests are happening. I was so distracted by this. And I'm so used to getting off at Anguk Station that I got off at the wrong station. I was literally in the middle of the protest. And I was like, something's wrong. And I realized I should have gotten off at Gyeongbok. So I have to go back down. This is like the deepest subway station. So let's try that again. Checking in from the museum where they're doing construction, so I won't talk much, but I couldn't film the most interesting part. It was by, I'm gonna see if I can find some stuff on Instagram, but it was by an artist called Jane Jin Kaiten. It was all video, so they wouldn't let you film it. Really interesting, all based around like Jeju, and yeah, look her up. I'll put her down below. I might head home just because things are getting a little crazy around here. On to our next stop. Lunch as well.
I think we can do it if we tried, if only to say you're mine. So free or not that you and I shouldn't feel like a crime. I think we can do it if we tried, if only to say.
Speaking of being spontaneous, Kurt has decided we're going to Daegu this weekend. So it's 8 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock, I don't know what time it is. We're going to Seoul Station. Greetings from Seoul Market, biggest market in Korea.
Not biggest.
Oh, sorry, not biggest. It's superlative. You said it was the biggest.
One of the biggest.
One of the biggest. Here to eat?
Days gone, I'll be in the shower till my fingers burn. Watch the water pour and stain the floor all blue. like that red light washing over me, and my bright eyes crossing the street when a man told me from the passenger seat I was someone I didn't know I was supposed to be. I was someone I didn't know I was supposed to be.
I finished my book and we can't physically eat anymore. I feel like a shell of a human being after finishing that series, and we're going home.
What's gone by? It feels so wrong. How often I feel like I don't.
I forgot that the area I'm in right now has a big university, and I got off the subway and I was just like encompassed in a wave of college students. But anyway, we're gonna work. It's really noisy, but see you at the cafe. Oh my goodness. What a week. I just finished filming a video for my book channel talking about books, that I love as a kid. Talking about nostalgia is what I was trying to say. So I'm just like excited and warm, and my throat is very sore. I spent the morning chatting with Atomic Trips and organizing a second trip to Ireland, and I believe it just sold out, so that's incredible. So October and November, guys, get ready for some Irish content from me. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time there, so that's fantastic, and Kurt will likely be coming, so one of the group trips might get a special guest. Yeah, wow, what a difference weather makes. Man, I feel so much better. Yesterday did not feel good because YouTube just is not liking this channel in particular. My book channel's fine, but this channel just like, so that was like, it's always a bummer to publish a vlog that you're really, really excited about and then have it just go nowhere. And YouTube tells me that they're not showing it anywhere. Like, thank you, YouTube. Thanks a whole lot. So I was kind of like a bummer yesterday, but then I got out, went for a walk. Kurt and I went to a bookstore, listened to some music, imagined my time in Ireland, feeling much better, and ran into a friend of a friend at the cafe. And I love moments like that when Seoul feels like a small town. So yeah, just a lot of little things to be grateful for recently, and I'm feeling pretty good. But I think I'm going to leave you here because my voice is gone, and I need to take a little bit of a break and brainstorm what we're going to do this spring. It's happening. When we were in Daegu, we saw the plum blossoms were out. On my walk yesterday, I saw those yellow trees coming out. So I think spring is right around the corner. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, and then spring will happen. So yeah, man, feeling great. Feeling good. And that leads me to thanking our sponsor once again, Headspace. I'll have a link and a code and a QR code. 2025 carry cakes. You can try Headspace for 60 days. I highly, highly recommend it. Like I said, regardless of what you think you need it for, so many different reasons to use and love Headspace. So yeah, I'm going to log off now. I'm going to make myself some iced tea. Suddenly feel like iced tea. And I'm going to edit my little heart out so that I can post videos about books. And just looking forward to the future. So I hope you all are too. I know that I mentioned that we were going to be redoing the living room and then I never touched on it again. It took us like 6 months to figure out a rug in that room. It's going to take us equally as long, I think, to find a bookshelf. So I'll update you when I have updates, you know? And I'll see you soon, okay? Hope you're all doing really well. And love always.